Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Nashville. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Hill shedding the tackle. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and fake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different story all night.
Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
This will be caught inside the 10. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigga from 21 yards away. And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Jackson.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson options out left.
Now loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Justin Madubuike firing across the line there and planning him for a loss. Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Levis on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
This is taken around the 12. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing is Jackson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here in a 3rd and 8. Now Jackson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Owe.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, here's Levis.
They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Levis on 3rd and 1.
Being chased out left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
And Levis going back to the air.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. And while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 4th down, here's Jackson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Levis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And going deep for Hill.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Odafe Owe. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. Yeah, they just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel good.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
On the move to his left. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Henry again on second down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Fourth down, Levis.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Stiff-armed him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Levis. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Levis to throw off play action.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to